A man discovered a strange hole in the wall while moving. Upon tearing down the wallpaper, he found an iron door covered in mysterious symbols. It looked like an ancient secret room, but he saw nothing through the keyhole. The man thought of two iron pieces resembling a key, so, cautiously, he inserted the key into the lock. The iron door immediately made the sound of gears clicking. Frightened, Matt quickly called his wife. They pushed the door open, but it was pitch black inside. As Matt prepared to enter, the wall light began flickering eerily. He assumed it was just an electrical issue. Right when Matt backed out of the room, the light suddenly returned to normal. Soon, Matt brought in a repairman to check things out. What they saw left him in shock. The repairman had never seen such a complex wiring system, tens of thousands of cables intertwined intricately. The bewildered repairman left, but not before revealing a chilling secret to Matt. He said this was undoubtedly a haunted house. The previous owners of the house mysteriously all died inside. Matt did some research and found news articles about the deaths. Though the murderer of the couple was caught, the police couldn't determine the killer's true identity. The murderer also had no memory of how he even arrived in this world. The police had no choice but to send him to a psychiatric hospital. Distressed, Matt went to the secret room to drink alone. His drink soon ran out, but he hadn't had his fill. Just then, the desk lamp flickered unexpectedly. Suddenly, a brand new bottle of liquor appeared in front of him. This eerie sight terrified him. His wife found him kneeling in the secret room. Strangely, he was surrounded by world-renowned paintings. Matt immediately told his wife, "These are genuine masterpieces." Kate thought her husband was having a mental breakdown. Matt decided to challenge her, asking what she desired most. As the lights went out, new, crisp dollar bills appeared on the floor. The sudden surprise frightened Kate. Encouraged by Matt, Kate eventually gave in. But little did they know, this would bring unimaginable disaster. They took out endless amounts of money from the secret room, stacking it into a mountain. Even the walls were covered in Van Gogh's original works. They dined on the finest foods, and even bathed in countless diamonds. They indulged in this decadent lifestyle. But what happened next became the turning point in their lives. After the madness reached its peak, boredom set in. Even with a king's lifestyle, they were still consumed by emptiness. What could satisfy their insatiable greed? Matt finally found the answer, a child, but Kate's face turned grim, and she refused her husband's proposal without hesitation. Because she has already experienced her miscarriages. She doesn't want to repeat the same mistake. Her husband no longer knows what to say, but Kate's inner self seemed to stir with a ripple. A dangerous and frightening thought suddenly surged in her mind. Immediately, the lights in the wish room began to flicker rapidly. When Matt returned home, a baby mysteriously appeared in the bed. Clearly, it was obtained through a wish made by his wife in the room. Matt was furious. He absolutely could not accept a baby that appeared out of nowhere as his own. Kate eventually agreed to use a wish to make the baby disappear. Just as Matt was about to make the wish to get rid of the baby, he hesitated. His heart longed so much for a child, they ultimately decided to raise the child. Matt got up every day to produce milk from the room. Kate spent day and night with the child. After these days of observation, Matt wanted to investigate the history of this strange house. He indeed found an important clue to uncover the truth. Matt grabbed a handful of cash and went out. He went to the mental hospital where the perpetrator was. The nurses were astonished. Matt intended to ask the perpetrator why they killed the previous owner. But the perpetrator's words left Matt even more confused. The perpetrator only told him to stay away from that house. Just as Matt was paying for the gas, the cash had turned into a pile of dust. Now, he realized the seriousness of the situation. When he got home, he grabbed the cash and threw it out the window. The cash fluttering in the air instantly turned into dust. He took out a Van Gogh painting and rushed to the door. Placing the painting behind the threshold, the magical sight stunned him. The outside part began to decay at a visibly fast rate. He then understood that things gained through wishes would instantly disappear once they left the house. Matt picked up a big hammer and started smashing the wall. He found that the entire room was surrounded by layers of complex cables. Other walls in the house were similarly wrapped in countless cables. Even the floorboards were covered with them. He discovered strange drawings under the wallpaper. They resembled the blueprints of the house. The dense lines were those peculiar cables. At this moment, Kate was holding the child and preparing to leave. Matt immediately stepped forward to stop her, but Kate still walked out the door with the child. Matt gave up on stopping her. Maybe this was the best place for the child. The child in her arms instantly began to change. The child started turning red and growing rapidly. Hearing his wife's heart-wrenching screams, Matt quickly pulled his wife back inside the house. The baby, who had just been an infant, now looked around 8 or 9 years old. Kate still took meticulous care of the child. She kept the boy locked inside, learning knowledge, and lied that the outside world was filled with terrible viruses. The little boy longed for the outside world. One day, the boy quietly came to the door alone. He carefully opened the door and stretched his hand outside. Kate noticed and pulled him back inside, until she was sure the boy was unharmed. Only then did she feel relieved. To prevent the boy from sneaking out again, Kate nailed all the doors and windows shut with wooden planks. This action marked the beginning of the couple's nightmare. While the couple had a big argument about it, the boy heard all the truth outside the door and learned about the existence of the wish room. The boy explored the house alone and soon found the wish room. Early the next morning, Matt discovered that the previously broken crystal ball had miraculously restored. He quickly informed his wife. They pushed open the wish room and a forest appeared out of nowhere in the room. The boy had used the wish room to create a whole new world. However, Matt felt a strong sense of unease. He grabbed the boy and pulled him outside. Warning the boy not to enter the room again, he then locked the room and hid the key. At the same time, he expressed his concerns to his wife. Just then, the phone in the room rang. The boy answered the phone, and Matt quickly grabbed it. The call was from the perpetrator at the mental hospital. He told Matt that he was created by the original owner. Matt asked him how he managed to survive outside the house. The perpetrator told him there was only one way. That is, the creator must die. Matt instantly understood. The previous owner had indeed been killed by him. Kate overheard their conversation through another phone. She drove away from the house, deciding to end her own life to save the child. At the last moment, she chose not to die. Matt was unable to contact his wife. He angrily dragged the boy towards the door and told him, "You were created by the room." The boy also realized he had no childhood memories and was desperate. Soon, Kate returned from outside. Matt quickly comforted his distraught wife. At this moment, the boy was watching them through the crack in the door and developed a desire to monopolize his mother. So, while they were asleep, the boy secretly took the key to the door. When the couple woke up, they found the boy's clothes scattered on the floor. They hurried to the living room to check. Now the boy had become a young man. He suddenly pulled out a gun. He had always resented Matt for taking his mother. He had grown quickly and wanted to take his mother back. Kate, fearing for his unstable emotions, approached to calm him. And Matt saw the right moment and knocked down the young man. Unfortunately, Kate was also knocked unconscious, but when she woke up, only Matt was by her side. Matt said the gun had gone off and killed the boy. He had moved the body outside and turned it into dust. Kate noticed something was off with her husband. Matt was eating beans he had never touched before, and even playing with children's toys. Meanwhile, Matt was actually waking up on the floor. He discovered he was alone in the house, so he frantically searched for his wife. At this moment, the lights in the room began to flicker rapidly again, and the iron door was completely locked. The key to the room had also vanished. He grabbed a hammer and kept smashing the wall until he broke through. The complex cables inside amazed him, but he eventually succeeded in breaking through. Inside, the world was exactly the same as the outside. Clearly, this was a world created by the boy. Matt followed the footprints on the ground. Running deeper into the forest, he saw an identical house. Meanwhile, Kate had realized the man in front of her was not her husband but the boy. The boy had wished to become exactly like Matt, and begged his mother to stay with him forever. Kate pushed the boy away, searching for the real Matt. At this moment, two Matts appeared in front of her. Kate couldn't tell which one was real. However, one of the Matts grabbed her and ran outside. Kate pushed him down. The next moment, this Matt turned back into the boy. The couple tried to leave but found themselves going in circles. It had turned into a Mobius strip. The awakened boy found the couple. He even attacked Matt with a knife. Matt fell to the ground and gradually lost movement. But at the moment the boy was comforting Kate, an identical couple miraculously appeared outside. Clearly, the couple had wished to create identical versions of themselves to deceive the boy. Just as they were about to open the big door to leave, the boy chased after them and charged at Matt, but when he realized he was in reality, it was already too late. The boy was aging rapidly and turned to ashes. Will the couple's life return to normal? They moved out of the villa to live elsewhere. One day, Kate discovered she was pregnant. This leaves a playful suspense at the end of the film. The narration ends here. Thank you for watching.